What up, everybody? Welcome to the very second episode of Fandom Xplored. It took a bit longer than expected, but here we finally are. I would like to thank everybody that listened to the first episode, and to answer a few questions, yes, there will be more wrestling. For today's episode, I invited Calaan back to talk about something that we both enjoy, Gacha Games. So feel free to join in and listen as we explore a bit what these games are and try to keep it on topic and not just ramble on and on about Fate Grand Order. You ready?
Yeah.
So another day filled with wrestling.
No, that wasn't the deal. No.
Yes,
No.
that's
Well,
no.
it was fun. Bye, guys.
But no, I'm kidding. Today's your day, right? So
My day.
yes, today
My
is your day. Do you know what we're talking about today? Have any clue?
No, please tell us.
It's not like we already discussed that we're gonna talk about Gacha Games. You bitch.
Yeah, but you're the host. You should introduce the topic.
Okay, I'm the host. Well, today we're talking about Gacha Games.
Woohoo!
Yes, finally. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot something. Are you ready?
No.
First of all, get yourself a beer.
Oh, fuck off.
Otherwise, I cannot talk to you. I need a beer.
Funny.
Yes, Gacha Games.
I think it's fun to talk about games we both play. Arknight,
Yep.
Fate Grand Order, since we both know a bit about those games.
Yes, so Fate Grand Order is a game that you got me into, and Arknights is another game that you got me into.
Oh yeah, I tend to do that to people. Sorry. So listen, about Grand Blue, it's
What?
also a really nice gacha game.
I don't know. I've seen it a lot, and I like the artwork, but I don't know. I'm every time I see another gacha game, I'm like, I'm not gonna get into this, and then a few days, months later, I'm playing it. So yeah.
Soon.
Should we do a little introduction what gacha games actually are? Because they're video games, but for mobile, I think.
Well, yeah, but I think they're also ones you can play on your PC and stuff.
What does a game make it a gacha game?
Gambling possibilities.
Well, like loot boxes.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, so FIFA is a gacha game, or?
I don't know the exact definition of gacha games, but I do know what makes it gacha games, that you can roll for characters or gear, and then you get really surprised if you get a super rare item and stuff like that.
And it's like one of those toy capsule things, right? From
Yeah. I think that's the whole premise of it.
And Gachapon, I think.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I knew something. I am the
but
expert
also,
now. Oh.
This is not something I know for sure. I mean, I just know the games. I never really went into the history of what really makes something a gacha game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just, a filth degenerate that loves pixels. So
You love pixels, do you?
I love pixels, yes.
Okay, but speaking about love for pixels, what does interest you about these gacha games?
I like the art.
Yeah, but let's just say some people pay a lot of money for just art then, or
Yeah. With a lot of gacha games, it's possible. I think most of them, it's possible to actually spend real money on it. You can get the in-game currency by doing quests and stuff like that, but the rate that you get it's really, really slow. And if you wanna, try your luck multiple times, the easiest way is to put some money in it.
Oh, great! Just like loot boxes, then. So bringing it back to other video games, it's just you can enhance gameplay by putting more money into it.
No, I don't think it's actually enhancing gameplay, because with a lot of gacha games, you can also do really, really well and do endgame content with just, free to play.
Right. So that's when you just use the in-game currency, right, and not real money.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, that's good to know because I'm a cheapskate. So.
Yeah, you are.
Yes. But so it's not pay to win then.
In my experience, it isn't, and a lot of gacha games also offer a free tries or rolls during anniversaries or holidays or special events and stuff like that. So everybody does get a chance to get something nice.
Is that all the same for all games then?
No, I do think that Fate Grand Order is harsher on the players reward wise if you compare it to other gacha games like from Fire Emblem, Grand Blue, even Arc Knights and stuff like that.
Because yeah, I've played a bit of Fate Grand Order, just a
Uh,
smidgen.
just a smidgen, he says.
Just,
You know,
just a
he
smidgen. I'm in fact also a degenerate.
he starts it up every morning and goes to bed with it.
Well, yeah, that's actually true.
I just played
Yes.
a bit, just every morning and every night
just
before I go to bed.
Oh, and that was the worst when they when the login bonus got cancelled. I had like
You can't
900 days.
you cannot call yourself a freaking casual player if you are upset about the login streak.
Why not?
Yes,
It's
you
not
are.
like I actually spend a lot of money in that game.
That's very true.
Did you hear how I phrased that?
Not a lot, but you did spend money.
I did spend money. Yeah. Yep, I did. I did. Back to the very, very start where we're talking about gacha games and what's so fun about them.
Well, I think it's fun. For me, it started with Fate, and I'm a really big fan of Fate
Yeah,
and the
me
fandom
too.
and all that. And then the game Fate Grand Order released in Japan, and I was like so incredibly hyped. It was really great. And then I lost my account, and I was really sad, and I never touched the game ever again
Yeah,
until I heard there was a release
North America, right?
for the West. Yeah,
Yep.
for North America. And well, it started off all over again, basically.
Yeah.
I hated it. I hate my life.
You spend a lot of time in the Japanese version, and then you got you had to start all over again. But I
Yeah.
remember that because you got me into the Japanese version as well. But I had such an old phone that my phone almost burned through or burnt out. It couldn't
Oh.
handle the game. I was really upset, and then I had a new phone when the North America version was released, and I was like, "Oh, fuck it, I'll download it. Let's see it." And now I play it every day.
Yep.
Every day.
Oh. And yeah, well, Fate just started it all off, and I just really like showing people that have the same interest. So look at this. This is great. Try it, and then stuff happens, and then people play it. I'm really curious what your listeners are playing.
Oh yeah, I'm really
Are there?
to actually other people out there playing gacha games just like us, being degenerates, paying
Well, I
money
think they
for.
do. I mean, it's a freaking $1 million industry, and I do know that I don't have that much money to support it on my
Yeah,
own. So
exactly. So yeah, if you have any gacha games that you're playing, just leave them in chat or just shout them out. I like that.
or yeah, or that you can recommend because I can always use to play more gacha games.
You need more cute boys.
Yes. So no, listen.
Yeah.
That's also really a fun part of gacha games that you get to look forward to the new characters, and especially if
Yeah.
you have an already existing fandom like Fate, so you can look towards the other series of Fate, the other timelines of Fate, and you're like, oh, maybe this servant will join the Grand Order soon, and
It made me appreciate the manga and the anime a lot more. Especially the what's it called, Fate Zero and Apocrypha, because
yeah.
it has some of my favorite servants in there.
Hmm.
Like, oh, this is
I
so
think
cool.
I think it's the same with Fire Emblem because that is also really huge.
Yeah, yeah.
and you have such a huge pool of characters you can pick from and to implement into the game. It's hard not to get excited for your favorite character to join your team.
Yeah, I get it.
I mean, Epic 7 is mostly lore wise in the game only.
Hmm.
Grand Blue is
It's
not.
not people from history or.
I don't think so, but it's also you only know the characters from in the game. There's no other anime or TV series. There's no other spin-off or thing like that that's based on. It's the same like Arknights or
Right. Yeah, the thing is, what
yeah.
I like from Fate Go, for instance, is that you have people from history, and every time there's like a new one, or oh, this character is really cool, and I look up their history or their legend, or
Well, in Grand Blue, you do have historical characters. You have Arthur, you have Romeo and Juliet, you have Gawain, you
I
have
saw a lot of demons as well, like Belial and all that kind of stuff. I like that. That's cool.
Lucifer, Lucia. Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Let's see. Fate Grand Order is a turn-based RPG. So
Yeah.
Arknights is a tower defense game.
Yeah.
What's Epic 7 then?
Also turn-based.
Turn-based RPG.
Yeah, and if you really get into it, Grand Blue is as well.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty cool. Because that's what I like from these games. There's a lot of story involved, so it's sometimes more like a visual novel, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's really interesting. Story's pretty good.
Yeah, with I also have to say that with Grand Blue, the story is also really, really great, and I do like the fact that the story is voiced.
Oh, yeah, I'm missing that with Fate Grand Order. Sometimes I do some voice clips, but not everything.
So that's really, really good.
Yeah, it's somewhat similar as Fate, I think.
Yes and no. It has battles, but the whole battle system is different.
All right.
The whole equipping characters and using characters, it's a bit more complicated and overwhelming than Fate. Fate is just you slot in the characters you want to use, you put some extra cards on them that they hit harder or use their ultimate attack faster, and there you have a lot of things to account for, like weapons, summons, and stuff like that.
Oh,
So
jeez.
I started quite late because it was so much information that I had to process, and I was like, I cannot be bothered with this. I just wanna have pretty pictures. I just wanna have pretty pictures and pretty voices to listen to.
Yeah, it makes sense though. Yeah, I've seen you play Grand Blue Fantasy, and I'm still confused every time. But there's a Siegfried in there, so I'm like,
Yeah, I got all his different versions, so I'm quite happy about that.
I'm quite tempted now. I'm like, oh, there's a Siegfried in there. Maybe I should.
Not one, not two, but three different Siegfried.
Now I'll stick to my Fate Grand Order.
Yeah, but when my friend started explaining the grids and how it worked, I started getting into it. I started to understand what I had to work towards, how I could do more damage and stuff like that. And after that, I pretty much got into it, but I'm still more of a casual player than an actual really hardcore player.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
the thing that works is if you have a community with you, right? Because
yeah.
I knew a few people that played Fate Grand Order. I have them in my friend list as well, so that's fun. So I can bring their characters that they have in their support list. That's fun. But if you have people to talk about this game, that's even better, right? We have a whole group of people that we talk about, and
Yeah.
so it's not just the game; it's more.
Yeah, it's more than that. You have the whole community, you have the hype when there are new events, new things to do. So that's also a really fun part about the whole community. And I think that is for me what makes it different than the loot box games on consoles. I
Mm-hmm.
think I do think they have a community. Don't get me wrong on
Yeah.
that,
There's
but
Fighting games have a giant community.
but I never felt that connected to it, and the whole gacha game community and the community with the games are way easier to get into. They're friendlier, they're less. You have to have these stats. You have to have be this good, because it's mostly related to luck.
Yeah, and it's a single player game. It's you're
Yeah.
not you're not dependent of other people. Other people are not dependent of you, so you can fuck up as much as you want.
Yes and no. Because you have Grand Blue and you can be part of a crew.
All
And
right.
with a crew, you can enter Unite and Fight, or otherwise known as Guild Wars. And then you have to fight against other crews. And the one that wins or get a better score, you get the special rewards and stuff like that. So there's a whole thing about that. But there are also a lot of players like me that are interested for just chilling out, just enjoying the game itself, and
Yeah.
that really makes it okay. And it's also really nice with the community that I'm in with the Discord group. They're really really kind people.
Yeah.
They're not they have absolutely no chill when it comes to Guild Wars, but they do help people like me that just want to enjoy the game but do want to get better. That's
It's a
why,
filthy casual that you are.
like the filthy fucking casual that I am.
I was wondering in Grand Blue Fantasy or in the other games that you play, people actually pay a lot of money for certain just images, basically. That's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, well,
I cannot get myself to do that. I'm like, oh, I'll sponsor a bit because I like the video game and I like to pay the people that make it, but not
yeah,
every.
but what's a bit? I mean, for you, maybe like 20 or 30 is a bit, but maybe for people that are big spenders, that is for them a bit. But yeah, gacha games do play in the factor of gambling, because you get the same hype and happiness when you actually win. It feels like you win something because you get something rare.
Yeah, and then they make those animations look all special, like when you actually summon someone.
Grand Blue has the same gimmick. If you get an SR while rolling, you get a rainbow crystal. And Epic 7 has the same thing as well. If you get at least, I think, a 4-star, you get golden sparkles when the book opens. And if you get a 5-star, the shop puppet appears next to the summoning, like, oh my god, I think this will be a great connection.
Jesus, is just getting your what's it called, endorphins up, or
Yeah.
let me use something to boost your endorphins that you like this game even more. It's basically getting a quick high, though.
Yeah, it is. It is. Oh, and Arknight says the same thing. If you open the zipper bag and it's the 6-star, it has like a bit like orange flames, and then if you complete zip the bag open, it has like a rainbow ring around it when it opens. But it's always when you have a 6-star. I haven't had it yet that I had like a white or a blue or just gold, and then I had a 6-star with it. So I think it's really to show that you actually have the 6-star.
Yeah, exactly.
A 6-star.
I don't think they do it as in Fate, that you have that it sparks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just silver stars, and then it sparks gold, and suddenly, poof! Haha! Surprise! It was actually a gold serpent.
Yes. I think all the gacha games have the thing that roll animation changes as soon as you roll a higher rarity card or person or gear, because I do know from the gacha games that I played, the rainbow usually is always the highest rarity.
Yep.
Gold is usually just one below that, and so on and so forth. So it's really interesting to see.
It's giving your brain an indication, like, you did good, boy.
But the thing
you got one.
The thing is, I think with both Fate and Grand Blue, it's not always the case. I mean, sometimes when you start to roll in Fate and you just have just white orbs, and then suddenly it turns out you have the SSR anyway.
Yeah, it's an extra boost to give you, like, holy shit!
Oh my
look at
god,
this.
rainbow orbs! this is it, and then it's not the rate of character, and you're like, fuck me sideways.
Oh yeah, that's the worst. That's what I was talking to you about when I rolled for Tesla.
Yeah.
Like, oh, here
Rainbow.
we go. I got him. And it's not him. But yeah. The thing is, there was in the media's whole attention to loot boxes in video games.
Mm-hmm.
How did they sort that with Gacha Games? Then did you know?
I have no idea. I do think that the restrictions on Europe are a tad stricter than other countries.
Yeah. I actually looked this up. Apparently, there was a criticism in Japan as well in 2012 that somebody or children spent way too much money on these games. So they got banned in Japan, and they had to remodel or rethink their gacha concept. And what they did and what they do now is they show the percentage or chance that you have to actually get a character, so you can calculate how much money it will be.
Yeah, but still, it's still a percentage. It doesn't say anything. You can get something from the first time you try, or something from the 10th time, or none at all.
Yeah. Well, that's still the luck part, right? So
yeah.
But that's a loophole in that law, I think, because the law states that you have to publish the amount of chance that you have to actually get something, and that it's not unlimited, right? A gacha box basically is a closed box with all kinds of characters or stuff in there, and you have a certain amount of chance to get one of those and nothing else, because the rest is not in there. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how they got away with that. And I think in Europe they also have something like that, but it's a bit sketchy for me because I wasn't reading up on the laws.
Yeah, I think Europe is a bit more, I think, stricter in a lot of parts. That's why, but I'm not really sure. I know that there was a big controversy about loot boxes, I think, with the Star Wars game.
Yeah,
I
Star Wars
believe.
game and FIFA, for instance.
And the developers really got their asses handed to them.
Yes. Yeah, they had to
So
change. Some games actually took the whole loot box thing out of there. And to be honest, it was basically turning into a pay to win kind of system, unlike this game.
yeah, I do think that with Gacha Games, it keeps being fun as long as you can still clear the story content without having to have the SSRs or the higher rating cards, servants, or operators.
Yeah, I do think it still enables people that have a gambling addiction.
Yeah, it does. It does. It really does, because it isn't the typical gambling addiction that is known. It's not with chips. It's not with slot machines. It's a game on your phone, and it just eats away at your money if you're not careful.
Yeah, and they made the game quite or games smart as well. You don't have to play this the whole. For instance, a shooter game, your Call of Duties, your Battlefields, whatever. You play a few games, right? That takes, I don't know, a few hours maybe. With these mobile games, you can just play one fight, and it takes nothing. You can just close your phone and walk away and continue playing whenever you can. And you have the thing with you all the time as well.
Yeah.
So
the whole concept of playing is very different from a console. And even handhelds are different than the mobile games.
But the games are still fun though.
Yeah, they are.
They're not all negative. You just have to be
No.
responsible, I guess.
Yeah, just like drinking. What?
Hey, that's a very good statement. Thank you. Be responsible with drinking.
Yes. I honestly, I do not think that people who decide to spend money on this, and includes both me and you, should be judged too harshly, because people spend money on other things that are also ridiculous, like smokes, drinks,
Yeah,
actual,
I
you know.
compare it to buying a comic book basically. Um, Sometimes you buy a comic book. Sometimes you buy a comic book every week, every Wednesday, comic book day.
Yeah.
You have a pull list. Like, oh, I need the new Flash. I need the new Batman. I need that. And with this, I'm like, I want to give my thanks to the creators.
Hmm.
And I only do it once with the anniversary when the company is or the game was released, and once at New Year. Then you have a special summon as well. So I'm like, oh, let me spend the 20. That's fine. So compared to buying comic books, this is actually nothing.
No, true. I used to buy magazines, stuff like that, so
Hmm
it's not even close to what I spent on that.
Oh yeah, I still have my fucking manga collection standing over here on my shelves.
Collecting
Like, oh
dust.
shit. Well, no, I read them once in a while, but still, I don't have enough bookshelves to put them on.
Yeah. It is a dangerous little thing.
Yeah, yeah. If you're like Calaan, you're a bit tempted by gambling,
Just a bit, just a bit.
just a smidgen. Uh, if you're a bit tempted by gambling, or yeah, it, it can rob your time and money.
To be honest, I haven't spent that much on it.
But yeah,
No, I also usually buy just quartz when there is the anniversary thing.
yeah,
So, and I think during New Year, so that is 2 times a year. So
yep,
that is not that horrible.
yeah. Same as me then.
The only time I actually bought some quartz was during Altar when he released. I really, really wanted him.
Hmm
So it was that's the thing. That's the thing with buying currency. It's like, oh, just one more, and
Oh
then
yeah.
that one more becomes like awful. It didn't happen, luckily, because I
hmm
was lucky enough to get him after that. But yeah, I get the temptation. I get the that it's quite dangerous.
It's called whaling, right?
Yeah, it's called
You're
whaling.
trying to catch the big fish.
Yeah. Basically, the term whaling is when you spend a shit ton amount of money on to get a certain character. Uh, and you also have like dolphins, so that's not that much, but it's still a lot.
There's actually different classes. I thought there was just whales.
Yeah, you have whales and dolphins. We can be classified as dolphins because we just spend just every now and then a little something, and whales just go all in, just like fuck it.
Back to the more expensive guys, right? Because you have certain degrees of characters in level, or in powerfulness, in power levels. I don't know, in ability
Um,
scores.
yeah, you do, but it really depends. I mean,
It depends on, yeah, because I was thinking if you're playing free to play, you only get the lower tiers, right?
well, if your luck sucks, then yeah.
Yes, because it's all based on luck, or in this
Yeah,
case, a random number generator that makes sure that you
yeah,
get
yeah,
nothing.
yeah. But I don't think that a higher grade of character means they're better or worse than a lower grade character.
Is that so? Because when you look at the stats, for instance, if you have a high level character, his stats are way better than a low level character.
Yeah, but that's because the stats of the lower level character are capped at his or her max level. So, but I think Fate made it so that you can actually level them up with Grayling, but that's a whole mechanic I don't want to get into for all the people that don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Hmm I was wondering what good are these low level characters then for instance in Arknights, because in Fate Grand Order I know that you can just grill them and make their level greater so that they're actually worth something. But
Well, in Arknights, they're actually pretty good. Their cost to use in a battle is lower than a higher grade operator. so you can put them on the field earlier. And my humble opinion is, if you like a character, just use it.
Yeah, that's my thing as well, because I always like the degenerates. Well, the worst of the worst. Yeah, but back to the gacha game.
Yes. Basically, a lot of bigger fandoms and popular series also get a worldwide release.
Yeah.
You see that, as with Fire Emblem, Fate, Dragon Ball. I think Dragon Ball is the biggest earner right now.
Is it Dragon Ball? Yeah. I thought it was
It wasn't Fate or Grand Blue.
Oh.
I do know that.
Right.
You have these rhythm games, right? That's also a form of a gacha game, because you have indeed the standard RPG, you have the tower defense, but you also have...
Oh yeah, I've seen that once. Like shit, what was it called?
Love Live.
Love Live, yeah.
Yeah. You also have... it's gonna sound weird, but you have like breeding games. So it doesn't have any it doesn't have battles. It doesn't have anything like that. It's basically just getting a character and raising them up to their max level.
Breeding games.
Yeah, growing games.
Tamagotchi, basically.
Basically, yeah. And you have also puzzle games. So I think Bungie Stray Dogs is a good example of that.
Oh, I like that. I liked that series. That was good.
Yeah. They also have a gacha game. I think those are the categories that I know of. They could be way more, because I think
there are way more. But my view of these games has changed since I've been playing Fake Grand Order. Because I was really against all these kind of games, with the loot boxes or the gachapon.
And now that you play it,
yeah, because you don't have to spend money, and it's been working out for me. But I can see how people who have addictive tendencies are just sucked into this game and can spend all their fucking money.
Yeah, it is dangerous to get caught up in, because it's always the one more time. You can also, if you look at a lot of drawing, rolling, whatever videos, you always see the person, oh, I didn't get the character, wait, just one more, and you just see them go, and it's like, yeah.
Yep, hooked.
Yeah.
But it's true though, because what if the next one is the next one,
It's the final one, yeah, you don't know.
Yeah. Is because we've been playing at least Fake Grand Order and Arknights from the beginning. Is to join these games right now, is that a possibility, or are you then so far behind? Because I have the feeling if you start now, if you've missed everything.
Well, you missed out on holidays and anniversaries, but
so you get extra stuff, right? Or in this case for Fake Grand Order, you get some free servants.
Yeah, but in Grand Blue, the anniversary event returns every year. Same with the Christmas event and the free rolls during that time.
Yeah, true.
So it's not like they only happen once; they happen every year. I'm really curious how people think about this when they don't, play these kinds of games, or are not into it, because I think if you play in other type of gacha game, you understand how it feels.
Yes, and I think that's where we'll leave it for today. If you have any thoughts about these gacha games or questions, feel free to drop these in the comments below. We love to hear what you think about them, or if you even played them yourself. I would like to thank everybody so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode just as much as we did creating it, even though it was quite a job to cut out all the parts where we rambled on and on about Fake Grand Order. So I guess that will become the next bonus episode. If you enjoyed this podcast and want more, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. I can't wait till the next one, even though I don't know what it's on it. Anyway, how do? Peace.